I'm in a lot of pain right now after all the training I've been doing all this time, preparing every single day, expecting to have a match, only to find out that the matches that I'm being booked on are getting canceled for some apparent reason. But I think it goes way deeper. I think there's a much deeper problem rooted upon on how people perceive me as a professional wrestler in this business. So I'll try to be as honest as I can possibly be in this video and just lay it upon here, even for the new ones who have not really understood what I'm trying to say in this video. I'm a professional wrestler who's trying to get my ideals into this really, really broad business that is called professional wrestling. And in professional wrestling, there's a lot of things that people need to work on in order to get a book to their shows. A lot has to do with their looks, their charisma, their technical ability to actually wrestle in the ring, and above all, their looks. People always look into the face of what that character looks like. And I think even backstage, that has a big factor to what's currently happening right now, to the trajectory of my career, especially in the year of 2026. Instead of being considered as the hero, I seem to be looked upon as the fat, ugly bastard in this business. And I need to further reflect on that on this video. This is to help me to really just get the thought out there. And I guess for you guys to really do understand a little bit of the reflections that I really want to ponder upon here. They've called me a monster before I even understood what the word meant. When you grow up with a face and a body that society immediately labels as repulsive, you learn early on that the world is not a meritocracy. It doesn't matter how kind your heart is or how smart you are. If you look like a joke, then you're treated like a punchline. The heavy sighs when I was assigned as a partner for a group project, the cruel whispers in the hallways, the physical shoves into armchairs. That was my reality. My physical existence was an offense to them. And so I retreated. I locked my bedroom door, turned on my monitor, and got into my salvation in the glowing screen. Anime, manga, visual novels, games, denpa music, nightcore music, a lot of these things. Dojinshi. They were my escape. In the 2D world, I was not the fat, ugly loser. I was the silent observer to the worlds of magic, courage, heroism, and romance. But even within our sacred sanctuary of otaku culture, I found a bitter pill waiting to be swallowed. As I drive, or as I delve deeper into the medium, eventually exploring the adult and erotic genres, I saw my own reflection staring back at me as the villain, as the fat, ugly bastard. We were always the scumbags, the corrupt nobles, the NTR villains, the Netorare villains, who steals the heroin through deceit, blackmail, hypnosis, and force. We were drawn with grotesque Sweaty features, devoid of any redeeming qualities, existing solely to be hated by the reader, eventually crushed by the reader. It breaks my heart. Is this truly what we are all destined to be? Even in the realm of absolute fiction, are people who look like me permanently condemned to be the bad guys? No, no, no. I refuse to accept that narrative anymore. I refuse to let the bullies in the real world and the cynical mangakas in the 2D world dictate the value of my soul. It is time for a subversion of the oldest trope in the book. Why can't a fat, ugly bastard become the hero? Not a hero who wins through dark magic and manipulation, but a hero who wins through sheer, unshakable power of a pure heart. We, who have suffered the most profound rejections, know the true weight of cruelty. Therefore, we are the ones most equipped to utter genuine compassion. We know what it feels like to be pushed down, which means we have the strongest arms to pull others back up. We've been the outcast, the rejects of society. We've all been in the same forums, in the same websites together to understand together what anime is. So we are all in the same ground. So I call upon thee, my fellow outcast. It is time to fight back. Not with the toxicity and bitterness they expect from us, but with the unyielding righteousness of a true shonen protagonist. Even though I hate that. I hate shonen. I don't read that stuff. But we can be the shields for those who cannot defend themselves. We can be the ones who stand between the bullies and their victims, unbothered by their insults, because we have already survived worse. We don't need a magical isekai reincarnation to become the heroes. We can forge our own epic right here, in the harsh reality of this world. Channel the pain of your own childhood into unwavering strength. Let every laugh at your expense be the fuel that drives you to be kinder, braver, and stronger. Let's become the heroes that everyone, even the beautiful people in the world who once mocked us, has now to look up in awe and respect. Let's become the Otaku Crusaders. Rise above the ink and the stereotypes and let us rewrite the story ourselves. So help me make this happen. Let's make ugly bastards great again. Arigatou gozaimasu.